Organizing your pantry with Cricut is so quick and easy. After spending the weekend organizing and labeling my pantry, I couldn't help but share it with you. We just moved into this brand new house, and one of the things that I really fell in love with inside of this house was the incredible pantry. I have been dreaming of organizing this space for months. Now that it's finally done, I love how easy it is to see exactly what I have in my pantry. If you're new here, I'm Kim from Sweet Red Poppy, and every week I share new crafting, sewing, or Cricut videos here on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, that way you don't miss out on all the fun. Now, before we begin, I would like to thank Cricut for sponsoring this video. You can find all of the supplies for this project at Cricut.com or at your local craft store. Now, I have to admit, I was a little bit hesitant to organize my pantry using these clear containers. Maybe it's just me, but it seems like maybe it was a bit of a fad, and I thought it would be way more work than it was actually worth. Now that it's done, I can tell you without a doubt that it was 100% worth it. I seriously love having everything in clear containers because it helps me to stay organized. I can clearly see what I have in stock and when we're running low on something, and I know about it before we run out of it. Also, one of my biggest pet peeves is my children leaving empty boxes in my pantry. That is no longer an issue. To keep up on this, I do a quick restock every week when I'm grocery shopping, and then I take the time to put things away where they belong. Considering that everything is labeled and it has a home, it goes really pretty quickly. In this video, I'm going to show you how to choose the perfect font and create your own custom labels for your pantry. For this project, I'm going to be using permanent vinyl. If you've never used vinyl before, don't worry, I'm going to walk you through every single step. Well, I'm going to be using my Cricut Maker for this project. You could use Cricut Smart Vinyl with the Maker 3, the Cricut Explorer 3, or even Joy. For this project, you are going to need the following supplies: a Cricut Maker, Explorer, or Joy, Cricut Vinyl, a fine point blade, a weeding tool, transfer tape, a scraper tool, clear organizers, a trimmer, and a standard grip mat. In this tutorial, I'm going to be using containers that I found at the Container Store. I love the look of these containers, plus they're airtight, which keeps your pantry items fresh. Now, this labeling project, it really can be used to organize your entire house. While I'm just going to be working on my pantry and my fridge in this video, feel free to get creative and you can use your Cricut to label your entire house and keep it organized. Now, before you begin, you should make a list of everything that you want to be labeled. This makes designing in Design Space so much easier. I also like to think about items that I might be adding in the future and then add in those ones as well. To begin, you're going to want to open up Cricut Design Space. Click New Project, click Text, and type in your text. Next, we're going to choose a font. Now, choosing a font can seem a little bit overwhelming at first, but the first thing that you should keep in mind is which fonts you have access to. Now, if you're a Cricut Access member, then you have access to all of your computer fonts, as well as all of Cricut's fonts. If you're not a Cricut Access member, then you have access to all of your computer fonts, but you may have to pay a small fee to use some of Cricut's fonts. The fonts that are included with Cricut Access have this green little A right below their name. As you scroll through the fonts, keep in mind that for this project, you'll want something that's a little bit bolder. You don't want to use a writing font for this project. Once you have the font that you want, click on it and you can see your text in the canvas. If you're wanting to use the same font as me, I'm going to be using Bayamo. From here, we can adjust the font in a couple of different ways. First, you can increase or you can decrease the letter spacing. This is going to bring the letters closer or further apart from each other. You can also ungroup the letters and align them individually. Now that Cricut has introduced kerning on the majority of their fonts, these steps are typically automatically done for you already. Be sure that you size your text to the correct size. You will want to measure your container and make sure that your text is not larger than the actual container. I like to leave about 1 inch to 2 inches on either side of the label just so that it feels balanced. Now, once you have the look that you want, duplicate the word and add the rest of the words in. You can also just hit enter to move to the next line and add the rest of your list in the same text box. I love being able to create a custom look right here in Design Space. Now, once you have everything ready to go, you can click Make It. This is going to bring you to the Prepare screen. If everything looks good, go ahead and click Continue. Now, let's go ahead and connect your machine. Select your material. I am going to be using permanent vinyl. Make sure that your fine point blade is loaded into your machine. Place your vinyl onto your standard grip mat. Next, I'm going to load my vinyl into my machine. Now click the Go button and you can begin your cut. Once your cut is finished, click the arrow button to unload your vinyl. Now it's time to weed your project. I'm going to flip my mat over and gently peel my mat away from my vinyl. Now doing it this way is going to protect your vinyl from any possible damage. I'm also going to use my trimmer just to trim down my vinyl. That way I can reuse any of my scraps. And I'll take these little scraps and I actually just keep them in a small binder where I can reuse all of them. Using a weeding tool, I'm going to carefully lift away the vinyl that I do not want to be transferred to my boxes. Once I have the corner up, I'm just going to use my hand to pull it away at a 45-degree angle. Then I'm going to use my weeding tool to remove the smaller items like the insides of my letters. Now that we've finished weeding, it's time to transfer our design to one of our containers. Now, before you transfer anything to your containers, make sure that you've washed and thoroughly dried your containers. This is going to ensure that your vinyl adheres fully to the plastic. To begin, I am going to cut out each of my words. And then I'm going to cut out a piece of transfer tape that's slightly larger than the letters that I'm working with. Now you can peel the backing away from the transfer tape. Line it on top of the vinyl transfer, and then you can burnish it down using your scraper tool. Now I'm going to burnish the top as well as the bottom using my tool. And this is just going to help transfer the vinyl from your backing onto your transfer tape. Now you can slowly peel away your transfer tape from the backing. You want to make sure that all of your letters are sticking to your transfer tape and that nothing is left behind. If you happen to peel away and it doesn't lift up, go back over it and burnish it again. Next, we're going to align the design onto our base. You'll want to do this next step pretty slowly just to make sure that everything is aligned perfectly. So I like to have it just right here above and kind of eyeball to make sure that it's even on both sides. And it's even from top to bottom. Go ahead and press it down once you're happy with the placement. You can eyeball it a little bit. I usually use my fingers as a little cheating method to see if I have equal spacing on either side. Now I'm going to use my scraper tool to help adhere this to the plastic. Make sure that you go over each letter without scratching the plastic. You can also go over it with your finger. Once it's fully on there, grab the corner of your transfer tape and you can gently peel it away. Now, if any of your letters come up with your transfer tape, just go back down and burnish your whole design again. Now, you will want to let your vinyl fully cure, and what that means is avoiding any sort of water or oils or anything that could interfere with the stickiness of your vinyl. So let it sit for about 24 hours before exposing it to any water. Now, the only thing that's left to do is fill up your containers and put them back in your pantry. You can repeat this process with all of the containers in your pantry, fridge, and even your freezer. Now your pantry is organized, it's labeled, and it's ready to go. Here's another quick look at my labeled pantry. I love how this method makes it so easy to find exactly what I'm looking for. It makes it functional and stylish. I've used this same technique inside of my fridge to label all of my fruits, vegetables, and even my eggs. I've even used this vinyl inside of my freezer to organize frozen dinners, sides, and popsicles. Oh, and I couldn't leave out this cute little project that I made a few months ago where I reorganized all of my spices with writable vinyl. You can find that tutorial underneath my Cricut playlist. Now, I can't wait to see what you do with this tutorial. Be sure to share a picture online in my Facebook group or on Instagram and tag me so that I can see it. Check out the links in the description of this video to purchase the supplies that I used in this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, or leave me a comment below. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next week for another crafting video.